Okay, welcome back to Boricua Science Nation Live. Okay, my name's Daniel Peña. Um, just like you to subscribe to my channel. Um, the beginning of the live stream. Help make the page grow. That will make me real happy. Okay. We're just gonna be talking about this thing that is going on between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury because everybody, not everybody, but some people in the media, Eddie Hearns, are saying that the fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua is a done deal. It's not. It's just not. Okay, let's just stop with the lies because the fight is not happening. They don't have a country. They don't have a venue. They don't have a date. They don't have they don't have he said that he had many investors that want to invest in the fight. They don't. Eddie Hearns is just lying. Bob Bottom is not saying anything. Bob Bottom even told Eddie Hearns the stop um, saying things, because they don't have nothing, just signing a contract doesn't mean anything. Okay, doesn't mean anything. If they don't have a country, if they don't have a venue, if they don't have a date, it means nothing. It means nothing. So for them to be so happy, Max Kellerman is so happy. Some other media people talking about this, the UK media, everybody are just trying to to push this narrative that the fight is done. It's a done deal. It's not. It's not. Okay. So these people are just lying. They're just lying because Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are in arbitration, and this arbitration thing is not going away. Arbitration thing is going on right now. They're just like Tyson Fury says. There are things happening behind closed doors. Okay, and and he knows what those things are, and that is the arbitration. Okay, they can't talk about it because there's something serious. You just can't talk about it, but it's going on. It's going on, and even Tyson Fury said that he's going to have a trilogy, a fair trilogy fight against Deontay Wilder. That's what he said. That's what he said. Okay, so if he said that, you know, he's going to fight Deontay Wilder. That's his next fight, Deontay Wilder. He cannot escape from that. He cannot run from that. He cannot try to do anything else but to fight Deontay Wilder. That's all he can do. You just forget about this guy Anthony Joshua, AJ, and just fight Deontay Wilder again. That's your next fight, Tyson Fury. If you're gonna wait, if Tyson Fury is gonna wait for Anthony Joshua, the fight is gonna be in June or July. That's the the scheduled dates or months that they have. He's gonna be out of the ring for 1 year and a half. Hey, right now this guy hasn't defended his belt for more than a year. And Mauricio Suleiman, the WBC president, doesn't care about that. He just cares about some other guys like Manny Pacquiao who got stripped. He wasn't stripped by the WBC, but he was stripped by the WBA. So the WBA is doing their job. You're talking about making Tyson Fury the franchise WBC champion. That is a crazy thing. That is a crazy thing. How can you make a guy who hasn't even defend his belt one time the franchise champion? One time, at least. If the franchise champion is a guy who has held the belt for many years and who has been defending that belt for many times. Just like Deontay Wilder was defended that belt for 10 times. If you want to make someone a franchise title holder, that was Deontay Wilder, who didn't want it, who didn't want the franchise title. He wanted to defend his belt. He made a franchise title for Lomachenko so he could avoid Devin Haney. He made a franchise title for Canelo Alvarez, who wanted to avoid Charlo. And now they're talking about making a franchise title for Tyson Fury so he can avoid Deontay Wilder, a guy who hasn't even defended the belt one time at least. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like Joe Biden. Come on, man. I know these people are just so excited. They're so excited. And they just can't hide it. But you can't be excited, but it's not happening. The fight is not happening. If the fight happens, they're gonna have to confront the things that are coming against them. They're gonna be sued. He's gonna be stripped by the belt. The court rules in Deontay Wilder's favor, and that's what is going on because they know this. Because when Tyson Fury stopped training, he sent all his team to their houses. He stopped training. Tyson Fury is not training right now. Okay, Tyson Fury is drinking wine. He was the other day. There's a picture where he's drinking. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you. You can see his face. His face. He's messed up. Tyson Fury.
According to Wikipedia, Tyson Fury is a British professional boxer.
Take a look at this, man. Take a look at this face. What can you tell me about this face? Take a look. Take a look at those eyes. Take a look at those eyes. The guy looks messed up. He looks messed up. He doesn't look good. He doesn't look good. This was a picture from like two weeks ago, or maybe less, like 1 week. You're gonna tell me that this guy who's not training right now, who hasn't been in the ring for more than a year, just like Deontay Wilder, because they fight. Maybe if they come to an agreement, because the agreement is there, he has to fight Deontay Wilder. That's in the contract. But the thing is that they're both out of the ring for the same time. There's no advantage for either of them. For neither of them. Okay. Right now, Anthony Joshua fought on December, but Deontay Wilder and this guy, they're both have been out of the ring for more than a year. For more than a year. We need to get these guys back into the ring. The heavyweight division is just hostage right now. We cannot have that. We cannot have the heavyweight division like the way it is right now because of this. Okay? Because of this big problem that we have with this guy. We have the heavyweight division hostage because he doesn't want to fight Deontay Wilder again. If he would have fought Deontay Wilder months ago, when he was supposed to fight Deontay Wilder, he said that he needed his fans. He wasn't going to fight without his fans. If he would have fought Deontay Wilder then, He would have been so many months or a year out of the ring. So that wasn't an excuse. It would have not been an excuse. Okay. So right now that's an excuse. Oh, I've been out of the ring for more than I can't be out of the ring for more than a year. Hey, if you don't want to be, you could have fought Deontay Wilder a long time ago, in July, in October, in December, in February, but no. Ah, after they were the ones who said, "Oh, let's fight in December." Then they changed it to February. Then they said, "Oh, the contract expires. We can't fight Deontay Wilder again." Now, Tyson Fury needs to go on. Tyson Fury was the one who says, "I can't fight without my fans. I need my fans. I need my fans to be there. So if you want your fans to be there, you have to wait." Because and by that time, look, even in December, they were fighting with fans already. Errol Spence fought Danny Garcia in the Dallas Stadium, and they had 16,000 fans in attendance. Okay, and there's always the pay-per-view. So if Danny Garcia made that number against Errol Spence, just imagine what number could Tyson Fury make against Deontay Wilder. Two guys who broke a record, a life gate record for a fight, for a heavyweight fight. They could have made more than 20,000 in the Cowboy Stadium. So it was an excuse. It was an excuse from Tyson Fury to avoid Deontay Wilder, to let the contract expire, so then he could come out and say, "Oh, the contract expires. I can't fight Deontay Wilder again." He let the contract expire. He's not speaking. He doesn't have to come out and speak for nothing. If the contract is there, and Bob Bottom is the one changing the schedules of the fight, then Deontay Wilder has nothing. He doesn't have to say nothing. Okay, you want us to fight in December? No problem. We'll fight in December. You want us to, February? We'll fight in February. No problem. But then Deontay Wilder came out right after they said, "Oh, the contract expired." Then Deontay Wilder came out and he spoke. What are these people talking about? What are these people talking about? Why are these people saying that the contract expires? I'm here. I'm ready to fight. I've been ready. I've been ready to fight for a long time. You're the ones who doesn't want to fight. Deontay Wilder was ready to fight. Tyson Fury knew it, but he didn't make the fight. He said that was it's so easy of a fight. It was so easy. He was going to beat Deontay Wilder a third time, even easier. Why would you run from a fight that is so easy? Why? Why would you not want to fight a guy that you beat so easy? If you beat the guy so easy, you just fight him again. You just fight him again as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Let's make this fight happen. It doesn't matter if you don't have fans. It doesn't matter if you don't have nothing. Forget about everything else. We're just going to fight, and I'm going to beat him. Just put a camera there so the people can watch us on pay-per-view, and we'll get our money there. We'll get our money there. Don't come to me and tell me that if you don't have no fans, I'm not fighting. That's like saying I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight this guy. When Tyson Fury said that was so easy of a fight, it was so easy. Okay, then Deontay Wilder came out and said, "This guy cheated me. He's calling me a cheater. I'm not gonna fight him. He's just disrespecting me and my people and everybody and my family." Just because he called you a cheater, just because he called Tyson Fury a cheater, Tyson Fury doesn't want to fight Deontay Wilder because Deontay Wilder called him a cheater. What excuse, man? What excuse? That is one of the most soft excuse I have ever heard, man. Then he came out like a week ago or something like that. Before Eddie Hearns came out with the thing that we just signed the contract. It is signed. It is signed and sealed. The fight is happening. 2-fight deal. He was saying that he was going to fight Deontay Wilder. That he was done with negotiations again with Joshua because he's tired of that. Everybody's talking about the fight is going to happen, but he doesn't know nothing about it. Nobody has told him nothing, told him nothing about that. Okay, so if he doesn't know nothing about that, if he doesn't know nothing, and they're talking about the fight is going to happen, but this time, this other time, this time, the fight is going to happen. Don't worry about it. We're almost there. It is almost a done deal. But right now, they're saying it is a done deal. But when it's going to happen? When? Where? Where? In which country? In which stadium? Which date? Because it is supposed to be in June or July. Well, where's the date? Where's the country? Where's the stadium? The venue? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But all we know is this is that the contract is signed. You know, it is just all lies, man. It is all lies. Eddie Hearns is a master liar, man. This guy is a master liar. This guy just lies like nothing. He's gonna come out and lie and lie and lie and lie, and he doesn't care, you know. He's just gonna throw out the narrative that the fight is a done deal, and everybody has to talk about it because he doesn't want his Anthony Joshua can't fight Deontay Wilder. He's gonna get knocked out by Deontay Wilder. He just cannot fight Deontay Wilder. He's just trying to avoid Deontay Wilder by all means possible. All means possible. He doesn't want Deontay Wilder in the picture anymore. He wants to take Deontay Wilder out of the picture. He won't be able to do that. He just won't. Right now, he has to defend his belt against Alexander Usyk. Right now, Alexander Usyk was supposed to fight Joe Joyce, but when? When does that fight happen? When? When? Who can tell me that? It's not happening. Why? Why? Everything is freezed up because of the arbitration. Because of the arbitration. These people are in arbitration. Why? Because Tyson Fury didn't want to fight Deontay Wilder. If Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder, they would have been in arbitration right now. They didn't have to go through mediation that didn't work, and they're in arbitration right now. So the judge is gonna take it's gonna make the decision because the mediation didn't work. They were trying to come up uh, uh, with a retired judge, come up with a decision, okay, between them, working together with a judge. But Bob Arum said that the Tyson Fury told the mediator that he wasn't going to fight Deontay Wilder ever again, ever again. Then he came out and said, "Oh, I'm going to fight. I'm going to knock him out in the third round." Last week, and right now he's quiet because the fight is supposedly signed. He's quiet. He hasn't said anything. Bob Arum is quiet. Frank Warren is quiet. Let's look at Bob Arum. Let's see if Bob Arum is saying something about it. Let's see. Bob Arum. Bob Arum.
Robert Arum is an American lawyer, boxing promoter, and businessman.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Dana White walks out after calling Bob Arum. Okay. Dana White goes off. Bob Arum rips MMA, calls it trash. I don't like it. I don't like. Okay, these are all news. Eddie Hearns, Bob Arum has lost his mind to train Anthony Joshua. Just listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. The song. This is from the song. Eddie Hearns, Bob Arum has lost his mind to threaten Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. The two promoters have exchanged words over the Teofimo Lopez versus George Cambosos Jr. first bid dispute. This was before. Okay, so there's nothing else right here. There's nothing else. There's nothing else to look for. Nothing else to look for. You have nothing here. Let's see something. Let's see something. Frank Warren signs co-promotional deal to showcase heavyweight Triple G. That's Frank Warren right there. He's not saying anything about the fight between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. He's not saying anything about it because it's not happening. It's just not happening. You know, it's just not happening. So if it's not happening, why talk about it? Why? Why talk about it? See, Bob Bottom right here. There's no news. There's no new news about any Bob Bottom latest news, breaking stories and comments. Okay. Let's see. Let's see right here. The Independent. Joshua and Fury finally agreed terms for undisputed fight. Joshua versus Fury fight venue confirmed, claims promoter Adam. Okay, where? Where? Let's see. Let's see where. Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. This was on Friday. This was on January. This was in January, where he was saying that the fight was a done deal. He was talking to this guy barbershop conversation. There's no fight, man. I'm telling you, there's no fight. There's no fight. If Bob Bottom is not talking about the fight, there's no fight. Tyson Fury in the UK, where Tyson Fury doesn't even have a license, doesn't even have a license to fight. Okay, Tyson Fury cannot fight in the UK. The only place where Tyson Fury can fight is in the US, maybe in the UAE, maybe in Saudi Arabia, in those countries, maybe in Asia, but not in the UK. So Frank Warren right now is irrelevant. So we can look for anything about this guys, and you won't find nothing. No new news about it. No new news. There's nothing. They have nothing. They have nothing on the fight. You know, there's nothing on this fight. Nothing. So we can look for anything, and they're only talking. There's this guy, Max Kellerman, saying, the fight is going to be great. The fight. The other day he was arguing with Stephen A. Smith, where Stephen A. Smith was telling him, oh, he needs to fight Deontay Wilder because the contract says so. And Max Kellerman was saying that, but nobody wants to see that fight, a fair fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury beat him so easy. There's a contract. It doesn't matter if you beat him with one punch in the first round. There's a contract, and he has to abide by the contract. Just like AJ got his ass whooped by a little ass Mexican, fat Mexican. He got his ass whooped. It was a humiliation against a guy who was not supposed to beat him. He got destroyed. Well, he got his rematch, right? He got his rematch. He got destroyed. Everybody wants to see that, right? Even when everybody was saying that AJ couldn't beat Andy Ruiz, he came back and beat him. He came back and beat him. How about now that we know that Tyson Fury cheated Deontay Wilder? We know that. We know that. Okay, we all know that. We all know that. So if many people, let's say millions of people in the U.S. know that Tyson Fury cheated Deontay Wilder, or at least think he did, think we want to see this fight again to see what happens. If he didn't cheat Deontay Wilder, he's just going to come in and destroy Deontay Wilder. Destroy him again, like he did in the second fight. If he cheated Deontay Wilder, then the fight is going to be a close fight, and maybe Deontay Wilder is going to knock him out, or maybe he could beat Deontay Wilder by decision. Okay? That's what's going to happen. And that is why they don't want to make this fight happen again. Because this fight against Anthony Joshua is in jeopardy. If he fights Deontay Wilder again, it's in jeopardy, because he knows that if he fights Deontay Wilder, there's a real big percentage that he can fight, that he can lose that fight. He can lose it. Everybody who knows about boxing knows that Deontay Wilder was not ready. Deontay Wilder was not all right in that fight. He didn't have his legs since the beginning of the fight. He was just tripping all over the place. He was just like if he was drunk or something like that. Tyson Fury's glove flipping all over the place in the two fights. His left glove. In the second fight, his right hand glove looked like it had a dent in the middle. Okay, like if they took padding all out of that glove. Oh, but Deontay Wilder's trainer was in the locker room. He was watching these people putting his glove on. Give me a break. Hello. Okay. No. Okay, so that's the thing. The thing is that if this guy didn't cheat Deontay Wilder, he did it so easy, so easy. Why didn't he fight Deontay Wilder again? And he just got away from that. He got past that. He just did what he was supposed to do, and he would have been active. He would have been out of the ring for so long. Right now, he's talking about, I've been out of the ring for so long. I should have fought Deontay Wilder. I should have done this. I should have done that. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. He knows that it was him and Bob Bottom who didn't want to make the fight happen, because they know. They know. I wanted to talk about the fight yesterday between, just mention it. It was a great fight. Virgil Ortiz against this guy Maurice Hooker. It was a great fight. This kid Virgil Ortiz, I didn't know about him, man. I'm telling you, it's the first time I have watched this kid fighting. He's only 22. He's 17-0 with 17 knockouts. He's in the welterweight division. I don't think he can beat Terrence Crawford or even Errol Spence at this moment. But if this people waits to too much to fight this kid, they're getting older. You know, right now Errol Spence is 31. Terrence Crawford is 33. Okay, so we got two men over 30 years old against a kid who's coming up strong, a strong Mexican, tall, 5'10", who's got reach, who's got a punching power, who can take a punch, who can box. Okay, so this people better get rid of this kid right now, just like Mayweather did with Canelo Alvarez. He got rid of him when Canelo Alvarez was younger and didn't have that much of experience, because sometimes you just gotta fight them. If the kid wants to fight Terrence Crawford right now, take that fight, because Terrence Crawford was saying today that he's not gonna fight Errol Spence. He's just he got past that. He's not fighting Errol Spence. Errol Spence. I'm sorry. So if you're not fighting Errol Spence, fight this kid, because this kid call him up. He called Terrence Crawford out because he's I think the number 3 contender for the title the Terrence Crawford has. He's the number 3 rank. He's calling Terrence Crawford out. That's a great fight. Great fight. I think Terrence Crawford is going to beat him. Right now, Terrence Crawford is in his peak, but if you keep waiting and not fighting the best, right now they don't want to fight each other. Terrence Crawford doesn't want to fight Errol Spence. Errol Spence doesn't want to fight Terrence Crawford. I don't know. Boxing is just, man. I'm telling you, boxing is becoming I'm telling you, man. It is just everything is about money, man. Everything is about money. We're gonna fight, but I'm the A side. I'm gonna be the guy who's gonna get paid more money to make this fight happen. That wasn't a issue back in the days, man. I'm telling you. Back in the days, they fought the best. The best fought the best. Right now, everything is just about money. About the A side, the B side, the C side, the D. It is an alphabet. It is an alphabet, man. I'm telling you. It's crazy, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Right now, it would be great if Jermall Charlo fought David Benavidez. But we're waiting for that fight, We're waiting for that fight. But the fight is not happening either. Right now they're just talking. They're just talking. Let's hope they come into an agreement and they fight. Because we need fight like this. We need these fights. We need fights like Errol Spence against Terrence Crawford. We need fights like Benavidez against Charlo. We need fights like Canelo versus. Right now, Canelo is fighting Billy Joe Saunders. There's 2 champions. Okay, we can say anything about Billy Joe Saunders. He's a champion, a undefeated champion. Okay, maybe Canelo's going to beat him easy, but they're champions and they're fighting. That fight is just signed and sealed. That fight is scheduled for the 8th of May. And then in September, he's going to fight Caleb Plant. It's a great fight. Okay. So Canelo Alvarez, we can talk all we want about him. Maybe he's not fighting the best, because the best is Charlo and Benavidez. Those are the best right now. There's Edgar Belanga who's coming up, who right now, Rosado just got him, because take a look at this. Rosado says that he's not fighting Edgar Belanga because he wants to fight Jaime Munguia. And take a look at this. Jaime Munguia is just trying to make a fight against Masiev Sulecki, being discussed for April. So Jaime Munguia is just trying to make a fight against another guy. Take a look at this. There it is, Jaime Munguia. You see, for April. So he's not talking about Gay Rosado. Gay Rosado was offered a fight for the Puerto Rican parade, for the weekend Puerto Rican parade in the Madison Square Garden against Edgar Berlanga. He refused that fight, so he ducked Edgar Berlanga. Everybody, many people, not everybody, many people. Oh, Edgar Berlanga is not fighting anybody. He's fighting just bums. But if he is trying to fight better opposition, and that better opposition doesn't want to fight him, it's not his fault. Right now, he's got to look for another fighter to fight him on June. Maybe it's going to be Chavez Jr. Maybe when Gay Rosado sees that this guy is going to fight another guy, then he comes to his senses and said, "Okay, I'll fight him. I'll fight Edgar Berlanga." Maybe, maybe not. Maybe he just doesn't want to fight Edgar Berlanga because he knows he's going to get knocked out. Okay, that's the reason. So if you come to me, you tell me. If you come to me, you tell me that you're not fighting one person because you're going to fight another one, and then that person you want to fight is going to fight another person in April. You want to fight another person who's going to fight just another person. Okay, so Edgar Berlanga is going to fight now in April. Okay, and then he offered the fight. Maybe after Munguia fights this guy, and he wins the fight. Maybe Gay Rosado is thinking that Munguia is going to fight him after that. We don't know that. We don't know that. He got a offer from Edgar Berlanga's team already to fight him on June. I'm sorry. Okay, Edgar Berlanga is fighting 4 times this year. Maybe Jaime Munguia is just fighting 3 times, two times. He's already a interim champion. Okay, so that's the thing. Everybody just talks about, Edgar Berlanga hasn't fought anybody. Edgar Berlanga doesn't want to fight the best, but Edgar Berlanga just became a prospect of the year. Just became the prospect of the year. He's trying to fight better opposition, but if that better opposition doesn't want to fight him, it's not his fault. That's going to be a problem for Edgar Berlanga. It is going to be a problem for Edgar Berlanga because Edgar Berlanga is going to be, he's going to have that problem. Many people will not want to fight him. Many people, because they don't want to lose their undefeated record. Right now, we have Juan Benavides, Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders, Bruce Gold, Salute family. You know how it is, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your comment. We have Benavides undefeated. We have Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant. We have who else? Canelo Alvarez just has one loss. All of these guys have to fight each other. Errol Spence is undefeated. Crawford is undefeated. Teofimo Lopez is undefeated. Who else? Giovanni Davis undefeated. Devin Haney is undefeated. Ryan Garcia is undefeated. We have many undefeated fighters. Why? Because they're not fighting each other. Because if the best is not fighting the best. If the best fights the best, someone's got to lose. Someone's got to lose. So that is why we need to watch the best fight the best. Carlos undefeated. Demetrius Andres undefeated. Jaime Munguia is undefeated. Jaime Munguia needs to fight the other champions in that division. Did you know that in the super middleweight division, we have never had an undisputed champion? Never. If Canelo Alvarez beat Billy Joe Saunders and then comes up and beat Caleb Plant, he's going to be the first undisputed champion in the super middleweight division. First in history. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. You can check it out and tell me about it. That's what I heard. It's not something that I'm 100% sure, but I heard that. So Troy Jones never became undisputed in that division. This guy, what's his name? Bernard Hopkins did not became undisputed in that division. There has never been undisputed. Undisputed champion of the super middleweight division.
Bernard Hopkins. According to Wikipedia, Bernard Hopkins became the undisputed champion after defeating Felix Trinidad in a middleweight tournament to successfully unify the WBC, WBA, and IBF titles.
Okay, so at that time, they didn't have the WBO. Where's the WBO? So the WBO wasn't there because he beat. It says right here that he won. He became undisputed, but he won the WBC, WBA, and WBA and IBF. Where's the WBO? The WBO is a old championship. It's not a championship that just came up the other day. So he's missing a title here, a belt. They're saying that he became undisputed. So maybe in that weight class they didn't have the WBO. Maybe that's the reason. Bernard Hopkins says here, undisputed champions box. Undisputed champions. This of undisputed world boxing champion. But that is for all the. Who is the undisputed champion in boxing? Well, they're saying right here that the Bernard Hopkins, but I don't see the WBO belt there. Okay, you're right. That was a 3-belt era. Okay, that's why. That's the reason. That's the reason. Right? Why? Right, Goose? Okay, so Bruce Goes is telling me that in that era there was only 3 belts. Okay, so the WBO wasn't there. But right now, the WBO is there, and if Canelo Alvarez beats Billy Joe Saunders, and then he comes and beat Caleb Plant, he's gonna have all of those belts for the first time. For the first time. So I think that's what they were referring to. He's going to be the first one who has won all of those 2 belts. So that's the thing. And we like to attack. I'm one of them. I'm one of the guys who like to attack Canelo, but Canelo's fighting the champions. He's fighting the champions. Maybe he's not fighting the best. He's fighting the champions, and he looked for the best time possible. When he saw that this guy David Benavidez got stripped from the belt, he just went up like crazy. I'm going up there to collect all of those belts because those champions, I can beat them, and I think that this guy Caleb Plant is going to be a hard cookie to chew, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be a hard bone to chew. So Caleb Plant it's not going to be so easy. Caleb Plant is going to be hard to beat, and it's not that Canelo Alvarez can't beat him, but David Benavidez is a harder. It's much harder because this is a strong guy, a real tall guy, a guy that has a real long reach, a guy that can keep you off him, and he can box. He's got great combinations. If he comes up with a real game plan, because he likes fighting the inside. I have said this many times before. David Benavidez likes to fight in the inside. He cannot do that against Canelo Alvarez. He's going to have to fight him from the outside, use his reach, and when Canelo Alvarez tries to come inside, grab him. That's the best thing that he can do. he, I don't think he's gonna knock him out because if he couldn't knock out Ronald Ellis, who I think is not half of a fighter that Canelo Alvarez is. He couldn't knock him out. The fight was stopped because the guy didn't have any chance. He was getting hit a lot. I'm telling you. David Benavidez hit this guy with all he has, everywhere in the body, in the head, and everywhere. Man, I'm saying in the arms. He was hitting him everywhere, and the guy took all that punishment. The guy took all the punishment, and the referee stopped the fight because the referee knew that this guy is not going to knock out David Benavidez. The guy had lost almost all the rounds, so I'm just going to stop the fight. This guy has no chance, no chance. And David Benavidez finished the fight with some bruises on his face. It was the guy started fighting. He had a great jab. That with the jab, he was hitting Benavidez a lot. Benavidez' head was going back like this all the time. That the guy hit him with the jab. He was using his jab pretty well at the beginning of the fight. But then, David Benavidez was just too strong. The guy's too strong. David Benavidez is strong. I think Charlo has a chance because Charlo can hit harder. Charlo can box. He has a great jab. He throws great combinations. He has a great uppercut. So I think Charlo has a great chance to beat David Benavidez. But right now, he said, I'm going to fight him. I'm going to fight this guy in September. He needs to fight someone before fighting him in September because he hasn't fight since September of last year. So he needs to fight someone in the 168 division, like a tune-up fight, because he's a 160 pounder champion. He's the WBC champion, I think he is. So if he's a 160 pounder, he needs to go up and fight someone, a tune-up fight against a 168 pounder, so then he can fight maybe Benavidez in September. It's going to be a great fight, a great fight. We need to make this. We need to offer these fights, man. All of us need to offer these fights. Bruce goes, Rene Box John. We need to offer these fights with all of us. Blue Blood Sports, all the LDBC. We need to call it, and I know, we have been calling for them. We have been, but we got to push harder because we cannot have so many undefeated fighters. Not all of the fighters are gonna finish their careers undefeated like Floyd Mayweather. Okay, and like this other guy who retired younger. Who is a great fighter? What's his name? The guy from ESPN. Who was a super middleweight? I think he was or a middleweight. And I forgot his name. Andre Ward. Thanks a lot, Bruce Gold. Thanks a lot, Andre Ward. That's the guy. That's the guy, Andre Ward. He retired young. The guy could still fight. He was like I think he was like 34, 30, 35 when he retired. He was still. He could have fought like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 more times, but he retired. He retired undefeated. Okay. Not everybody's going to retire undefeated. We need to. These people need to fight. In the UFC, almost nobody. It is real rare to see a guy undefeated in the UFC. They have to fight each other. Dana White is going to make those fights happen. Dana White, because he's the guy who controls the UFC. Asai retired undefeated as well. Yeah, he did. That's a British guy. He didn't fight Roy Jones when Roy Jones was on his peak, but then he came. He didn't want to come to the U.S. to fight Roy Jones when Roy Jones was undefeated. When he saw that Roy Jones lost and Roy Jones was not the same guy. Then he came to the U.S. and fought with Roy Jones. That guy is a smart guy. That is a smart guy, man. I'm telling you, Bruce Ghost, because that Kalsagi, I don't think he could have beat Roy Jones when Roy Jones was the best fighter, because he was the best of his era. It is what it is, man. I know Kalsagi was great. He was great. But he didn't fight Roy Jones when Roy Jones was at his peak. When Roy Jones was beating everybody, everybody. He even went up to the heavyweight division and he beat our Puerto Rican fighter, John Ruiz, who was a champion. He beat John Ruiz, who was a champion, the first Puerto Rican heavyweight champion. He went up and beat him. And then when he came down, he went up like two weight classes, I think it was. Fight Andy Ruiz. John Ruiz. Prime Roy was the best. That's right. That's right, Bruce. That's right. Prime when he was at his prime, nobody beat this guy. Nobody. I'm telling you. This guy was like a octopus, man. This guy he threw it was rare to see Roy Jones miss a punch. The guy didn't miss. The guy was like a missile, man. It was like all the punches he threw, he hit his opponents. And it was real hard to hit at the same time. Real hard. Like I'm telling you, I was one of his biggest fans. But when he came down after he fought John Ruiz, he wasn't the same. That is the problem sometimes when you like to force your body to move from weight to weight class. You need to stay just like Felix Trinidad. I think Felix Trinidad made a mistake to keep going up. You know, Felix Trinidad should have stayed at the 154-pound division. That was his peak. He wanted to keep going up. He wanted to fight Roy Jones. He lost against Bernard Hopkins. Ugly, ugly. After beating Joppy, was his last name, right? William Joppy was Bruce. He won a round against Mini Paciencia without throwing a punch. That was Roy Jones, right? Yeah, Mini Paciencia, man. That guy was great too, man. I'm telling you, that guy had an accident, and that guy came back when the doctors told him he couldn't fight anymore. He came back and he won it. I think he won a title. I think it was after he came back. And the guy was, man. I'm telling you, that's a great story, man. And he's like crazy, but that's a great story, man. That guy was great. I'm telling you, Mini Paciencia. And Roy Jones was just too good, man. Too good. I'm telling you. Calzaghe would have beat this Roy Jones if Roy Jones was at his prime, like Bruce Ghost is saying. If Calzaghe would have fought Roy Jones when Roy Jones was at his peak, when he was at his prime, he had no chance. No chance. He didn't want to come to the U.S. to fight Roy Jones. He was always saying, asking Roy Jones to go to the UK and fight him there. And Roy Jones was like, no, I'm the guy, I'm the man here. I'm the man. If you want to fight me, you come to the US. And here's the money. He was right. He was right. But it is what it is. He wasn't the same. He had he went up to fight Don Ruiz, and after that, he just wasn't the same anymore. Anymore. And that it is sad, it is sad. Because he then lost. He lost. He beat Felix Trinidad because Felix Trinidad went up to I think 175-pound division. That's the heavyweight division, and Felix Trinidad didn't have no punching power there. That is why sometimes I said that there's many fighters that go up and and they keep going up and they keep getting stronger. I'm like what? Manny Pacquiao. He just he just was going up in weight and getting stronger and knocking everybody out. And like Canelo Alvarez. I don't know why that's the case. Maybe some fighters are like their body can get stronger when they get keep going up in weight, but it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be that if you keep going up, you're gonna lose punching power. You're gonna lose the quickness. You're gonna lose many things. But I just guess there's some fighters that are different, or they're doing something else, right? Maybe, because it is rare to see someone like that keep going up in weight and get it stronger. And that's Canelo Alvarez right now and Manny Pacquiao. And then when Manny Pacquiao was asked by Mayweather to take the Olympic style testing, he didn't want it. He didn't want it. He was afraid of the needles. He didn't want to take no test because but he had a tattoo. I also have a tattoo because I'm afraid of the needles. Okay, I don't like tattoos because of that. So if he's so afraid of the needles, why but he had a tattoo? That was just an excuse. When he took the test, he wasn't the same. He destroyed Cotto. He destroyed Margarito. He destroyed Ricky Hatton. He destroyed Clotti, who was a black African guy, a strong African guy. He destroyed them all against Mayweather. He looked human. He looked human. And then he was saying, "Oh, my arm! I was injured. My arm was injured. That's why I didn't fight the way I always fight." Okay, okay, okay. Canelo Alvarez is the same. Canelo Alvarez doesn't get tired. He can fight 12 rounds like nothing. He keeps throwing punches like he's Superman. You know, but I didn't say nothing. Okay, I didn't say nothing. Okay, don't get angry with me. That people just get angry. Ah, he's a strong fighter. He could keep going up. He could keep. Okay, no problem, no problem. But it is what it is. So the video today was about the fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. It's not happening. Okay, just forget about this people saying, "Oh, the contract is signed. Oh, it's signed and sealed. We're gonna make this fight happen." Eddie Hearns is the only guy who's talking about this, and the media who is helping. And one of the guys who is talking about this nonstop is Max Kellerman, who doesn't like Deontay Wilder. The guy doesn't like Deontay Wilder, and he's saying, "Oh, the fight is sealed already. That is a done deal, 2 fight deal." No, it's not. No, it's not. You don't see, and I told you, you don't see Bob Arum talking about this. You don't even see Tyson Fury talking about this. The only guy, Frank Warren, is not talking about this. The only guy talking about this is Eddie Hearns. Eddie Hearns. They have no country, they have no venue, they have no date, and they have a signed contract. He says that he has many investors. Many investors. Where are they? We're going to put up big money to make this fight happen. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry to tell you this, but it's not going to happen. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are in arbitration, and even Tyson Fury said this. There are things happening behind closed doors that we cannot talk about, and those are things that are holding this up. Okay, and Tyson Fury said that he's going to fight a fair trilogy against Deontay Wilder. So even he knows that he cheated, and he's saying it right there. I'm going to fight a fair trilogy against Deontay Wilder. A fair trilogy. Okay? So that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Because Max Kellerman says that nobody wants to see that fight. The third fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Nobody. Maybe he doesn't want to see it. But I want to see it. And I know many people Many millions of people in the U.S. wants to see the third fight against between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Millions of people, and these people broke a life day record for a heavyweight fight. Hey, my people, that's all I have, my people. Thanks a lot for coming in. Thanks to Bruce for his comments and for all the other people who came in and just subscribe to my channel, Boricua Science Nation. My name is Daniel Peña. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, my people, and hit that notification bell so you can get the notifications and follow me on Twitter, my people, my family. Okay? Thanks a lot. I will see you in my next live stream next week. Okay? Peace. Okay, Bruce. We'll talk later, family. Thanks a lot for being here. And I'm gonna be next week. And we'll see what we'll be. We might be talking about this same thing. Okay, next week because I'm telling you, they're just dragging this, and they're just I don't know what else to say about it, man. But this is just messed up. It is boxing is just in many cases, it is just messed up. Okay. So thanks a lot, my people. Okay. I will see you later. God bless Israel. God bless the United States of America. And God bless you all, my people. I will see you in my next day.